Hi Capricorn, this is going to be your ex-partner reading for October 2018. I'm using the two-row spread this month. This will be for you and this will be for your ex. We have a central issue here and we'll look at the card at the bottom of the deck. So Capricorn, at the centre you do have the Eight of Wands. Now this is the communication card. It can often be unexpected communication or communication from somebody we didn't expect to hear from. So it could be that if you've been in a situation whereby you haven't been talking to your ex-partner, maybe some form of communication is going to come through. It could be social media, you know, text, email. Again, it is a central issue, so it could be communication, you know, coming from either side, you to them or them to you. The first card you have is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, this is you kind of analysing now and thinking, you know, do I want to go back into this relationship? What did this relationship give to me when I was in it? Did I get back from the person what I gave to them? You know, I invested so much, my time, my feelings, but did I get that same, you know, investment back from them? It's about analysing and working out, you know, would you want to continue to invest in this relationship? Or, you know, do you come to the conclusion where you feel, you know, that's it, you know, I don't want to invest anymore because I don't see me getting the right return. Now, on their side, they have the Queen of Wands. Are some of you dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag? It's a possibility. But the Queen of Wands is somebody that is very determined. You know, she's very independent. She stands on her own 2 feet. But she's the kind of person that when she sets her sights on something, she won't stop at anything to get it. But she is very loyal, she's very loving, she's very caring, she's very fiery and very passionate. You know, if you're not dealing with a fire sign Capricorn, then is this just some of the characteristics that, you know, maybe your ex is displaying? Now, moving down to what you're both thinking, feeling, or actions to be taken. You, Capricorn, have got the King of Swords. So look, for some of you, it could be that you're dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But if not, you know, the King of Swords is always looking for clarity. He always wants the truth. He speaks his truth and he wants the truth. And he'll use that sword to cut through to the truth. Always wanting clarity and understanding. On your ex's side, they have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune can be the card of having the opportunity here to get back on that wheel and do something over again, a second chance at something. The Wheel of Fortune also, yes, it can be about, you know, fortune changing, something good coming through. It's very karmic, okay? It's, you know, it's like it's very much a karmic card, destiny here. We don't control that wheel, okay? Now, moving down, on your side, we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is that blah feeling. But again, it's a similar type of energy to the Seven of Pentacles in so much there is some portion of analysing going on. You know, 3 cups have been offered. I don't want them. A 4th cup's being offered. Do I want it? Do I not? Is it going to make me happy? You know, is it going to make me feel emotionally content and happy? You know, but it can be that card of whatever's being offered is just not what you're looking for, you know, and it's not bringing happiness to you. So this is the kind of feeling, the kind of state that you're in, Capricorn. Now, the next card you've got is the 6 of Cups. So this is a card of nostalgia. It is a card of looking back at the past, reminiscing. When you look back at this relationship, how do you feel? Do you feel happy? Is there emotional contentment and happiness? Is there feelings of love? Or do you look back at this relationship and think, oh, you know, maybe it wasn't giving me what I wanted. Maybe I was the one that was investing more than what they were. See, I think that 6 of Cups is there, maybe to ask you to go back and look. And to go back and look with your eyes wide open at what really this relationship was about. Now, I'm not saying that in a negative way, because at the moment, some of you may be having negative feelings about this ex. But if you go back and look, you may see that there were a lot more happy times than bad times. The next card you got is the Page of Pentacles. So, you know, Page is messengers. Now, when we're dealing with the Page of Pentacles, yes, it's something that's tangible. It can be something that touches, deals with our material world. You know, it could be here to suggest that there's some message coming through from your ex in regards to, you know, the shared finances that you may have, or, you know, a shared property. But the thing with the Page of Pentacles as well is the pentacle that he's holding is very large. And that pentacle is of great value and of great importance to him. So, you know, again, is it messages coming through from either you or your ex in regards to how important you are to each other and what you both mean to each other? The next card is the Lovers. So the Lovers is a card of choice. And it is a card, you know, asking us how committed we are here. A choice to be made about this relationship, whether we wish to re-enter it, and how committed we want to be. And also maybe asking us to look at how committed the other person is. Now, on their side, they have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords, you know, aces are new beginnings. The Swords deals with our thoughts and our communication. So with the Ace of Swords, we get clarity. We get new understanding. We have an opportunity to speak our truth here. Is it that your ex is starting to gain clarity and understanding about how you feel and what your needs and wants are? Are they gaining this clarity about themselves and what they need and want? Is the Ace of Swords bringing this opportunity here for them to communicate with you and to speak their truth to you, with this 8 of Wands being here and communication coming through? Now, the next card we have is the 10 of Wands. And this is feeling way down. You know, is it a case that some truth has come through to your ex? that they've gained this truth, this clarity. And you know, what they're hearing is creating this weight on them. You know, they're not liking what they hear. Maybe it's a case of you've had to tell them a few home truths here. The 10 know we're nearing an end of this cycle here, but they're not quite there yet. You know, again, is it that, you know, until they face some truths, and they get this clarity and understanding, you know, they're going to be in this state of carrying this heavy weight. The next card they've got is the Four of Swords. Now, this can be a card of a lack of communication, yes. But if you look here, we do have the Three Swords here. And the Three of Swords we know deals with sadness and heartbreak. The Four of Swords is we've gone through this heartbreak and sadness, and it's left us mentally exhausted. And now we're needing a time out. We're needing time to rest, to recuperate, to heal ourselves. Maybe the Ace of Swords, with that truth, that clarity, that understanding, you know, is simply there to represent that, you know, maybe you were the one, Capricorn, that ended the relationship. And, you know, and your ex had to, you know, hear, as I said, some truths that they didn't want to hear. And, you know, going through the breakup, going through the sadness and the heartache has resulted in that 10 of Wands. The last card they've got is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, he's the slowest moving knight. He always gets to his destination, but he does it at a much slower pace. Capricorn, just excuse me for 1 second while I just let Madam out. I'll be 1 second. Sorry about that. So he's the slowest moving knight, okay? Now, you know, yes, the Pentacles is your energy, Capricorn. So is this here to suggest that, you know, they're waiting to hear from you. They're hoping to hear from you. But, you know, you're in no rush here, okay? And it's going to take a bit more time. But at the same token, is it here to suggest that this is their energy? And until, you know, they're moving in the right direction, but, you know, it's at a slower pace there, and maybe they're needing to slow things down, especially with that Four of Swords and 10 of Wands there. The other aspect with the Knight of Pentacles is that sometimes the message there can be, you know, the grass is not always greener on the other side. So, is it a case that, you know, was there some infidelity that took place in the recent past? And, you know, they're now discovering that they made a terrible mistake. And quite literally, the grass was not greener on the other side, and they know they've made a mistake. The card at the bottom of the deck, we do have the 10 of Pentacles. And for me, this is the family card, and it's come out quite a lot in these ex-partner readings for October. But, you know, it talks about extended members of the family. Children may be involved. Shared finances, shared home. You know, is this what both of you or either one of you was hoping that this relationship would bring? Is it a case that we're talking about a much longer committed relationship, or a marriage here where there's already shared finances and a shared home and maybe children involved? You know, Capricorn, I kind of feel that the ball is pretty much in your court in October. But I do feel that your ex is still needing to go through some healing process. But it could be for some of you that the healing process they're needing to go through is because of something they've done, because of their own regrets. Now, that won't be for all of you, okay? It's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. But for some of you, that could very well be the case. So, Capricorn, that is your reading. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Bye.